few weeks ago, the media was livid. You hear that? They were asking Gavin Newsom out there in California. They asked
I'm Dan Rawls. I was a former county commissioner in Bradley County. I'm here to express my discontent with what the governor has done and the nation as a whole. I think that the federal government and the state government have become extremely tyrannical, and I'm in absolute opposition to that. You know, you're using a fraudulent excuse to cover up for a lot of the economic inviability of what's going on in the world, and you're using this virus as an excuse, and in reality this virus is nothing more than a mild flu virus. And when the government has to use rigged and skewed data to put their point across and to force people into what is basically house arrest, you know, it's a disgusting, and it's what is, to me, is even more disgusting is the fact that people fall for this with no questions asked, that there's not questioning things. We've seems to have lost the ability to have any discernment or any level of clear thinking. You know, critical thinking skills are gone, and it's an embarrassment. You know, and I think we can place that firmly right back on the school system, which is a big part of the problem. But when you see that all these people's rights are violated, and a large number of them don't even recognize that fact. You know, you walk around with masks on that do absolutely nothing. They do nothing. They are of no consequence whatsoever to prevent the spread of any of this, you know. I just think, I just wish that, I remember what it was 20 years ago. I remember right over there in the park when the first Tea Party meeting in Chattanooga was, and we had, you know, over 2,500 people. And I seems like the whole situation has lost some steam, and as steadily as it lost steam, the country, in my opinion, has gone downhill from a civil libertarian perspective.
Do you think Mayor Andy Burke has overreached?
Well, I mean, of course he has, and you know, and I can't believe anyone that has shown to have his level of corruption could even get reelected. That is really a stain on the people of Chattanooga, that they would reelect somebody that's this blatantly corrupt.
We've gone across the country for, 10 years now, and we've asked people, what is your idea of the American dream? Can you give us your idea of the American dream and how this is affecting that?
Yeah, for the government to pull back within their constitutional confines, and by doing that, you leave us alone and we'll leave you alone. You do what you should do, you obey your oath, we'll do what we're supposed to do. If we fall outside of those guidelines, then you have probable cause to act. Without doing that, you have no probable cause. And you are abusing your oath of office and oath to the Constitution by these draconian measures that are being put in place.
Where do you think Antifa is on this, and why don't you see Antifa standing against fascism?
Well, most of the Antifa people are paid, they're paid trolls. You know, they are paid to go out, they are paid to, stir up trouble, and many times try to incite violence. And I just don't think, there's nobody paying them to be here.
Don't you think this is a sign of a fascist country when they're doing this and people are just letting it happen?
No, yeah, this is our country has become extremely fascist, and we don't even recognize that state. You know, and you always hear fascists, but it's fascism, communism, both on the same side of the political spectrum. So yes, I do think so. And I think that every time we let this happen, it sets a precedent. So when you set these precedents, you'll never get this back. Once the precedent is set, you'll never get it back. Government never, outside of the force of the people, never gives back what it is stolen. And by people staying in their homes without questioning anything, under a false pretense, we have slipped farther down the scale, in my opinion.